I wanted to give you a overall theme and the idea behind this menu. We are an old country store in a very historic area of Virginia. We specialize in very high quality local products, whether it's the meat, the seafood, the grains we get. And I wanted to show those off. And so the menu itself is it's all Virginia ingredients, or most of the main ingredients are from Virginia, and all the wines are from Virginia too. We have over the past 10 years, the Virginia wines have become absolutely excellent, and I picked some of the best ones. The winemakers are I know very well and have known for years. Actually, the dessert wine in this menu came about after I had lunch with one of the winemakers, and I love the flavor so much I just kind of developed the dessert to the wine instead of the other way we usually put a wine with a dessert. So anyway, I just wanted to give you the basis and the background of this menu. Thank you. For my first course, the crab meat and gazpacho, it'd be very easy just to buy a pound of lump crab meat and use that. But we live in such an incredible place, and fresh ingredients is our main focus. So I went out and actually caught the crab, cooked him off, and picked him, and that's what I used for the crab in my crab meat and gazpacho. The pork that I'm using for the main entree comes from Autumn Olive Farms in Waynesboro. These hogs grow, they're a crossbreed called a Birkebaugh, and they are free ranging. They eat the autumn olives, they eat acorns in the woods. They also on the farm grow this corn called Bloody Butcher corn, which is an heirloom native to that area. And so the farmer sells to the local mill up there, and we use their grits, the Bloody Butcher grits, for this entree. All right, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, you can see with this pork loin, this is not what you normally see grocery stores or even with most food service. You can see the color in this, and this is from them eating Bloody Butcher corn. They're eating acorns in the woods. They're just able to naturally forage, which is going to give you this beautiful color. So what I decided to do, I was going to do just regular pork tenderloin, but some years back at an American Academy of Chefs dinner, they had a bone-in beef tenderloin, which I had not seen as part of the entree. So I thought, why not do that for this? So what I'm going to do is I'll take off, I'm going to make boneless, take this off and do boneless pork chops. Basically, I'll cut these for our store, and you can see the nice layer of fat. And this fat's beautiful. We take and the excess we trim off. We run it down and sell for lard. It comes up beautiful. So that's going to be for that, and I'll keep the bones, and I'm going to cut these bone-in pieces of beef of pork tenderloin for the entree. And just to add a note, the saw I use is a saw that the gentleman who had the store that it was named after had for he had the store for 60 years. And I found his saw, cleaned it up, got new blades for it, and that's what I used to cut through the bone. So I'll show you this in a minute. Okay. So you can see I've separated out the tenderloin, taken off that side of the loin, and we've got the bone in, which I took and trimmed off. Here's 3 examples of what I'm going to use. Like I said, we use every part of all this. The fat gets rendered down, the excess fat gets rendered down. We sell for lard. I'll cut these into some rib chops and do some boneless. So on to the next thing. The pork was first seared off and then finished in the oven. The grits were done and then seasoned with sage and Parmesan, and then poured it in a pan, cut into triangles, and then finished off searing it in a pan to give it some texture. The sauce was made from a pork stock reduction with Cabernet Franc. Simple but elegant was what I was after, and some roasted Brussels sprouts and butternut squash.
So the basis of this dessert actually came from a wine tasting I was doing with lunch with the winemaker from Barboursville, and kind of came up with the flavors to go that would match this wine perfectly. We've got maple caramelized apples, sun-dried cranberries, toasted pecans. The pecans are local as well, and some gorgonzola cheese. And I also made a pecan tuile to go with it with a maple caramel sauce. Over the years, my cooking philosophy has changed to doing the architectural type stuff and a lot of different sauces like we did to the 90s, to searching out and procuring the absolute finest ingredients you can and let those ingredients um, just shine and just enhance them. I think simple is better, um, and it's hard to fake good quality.